All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Rundown, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan. Today, we are going to talk a little bit about some rumors that Gambit might be in Deadpool 3. Is Phoebe Waller-Bridge franchise death? And I'm going to talk a little bit about the latest episode of Secret Invasions. Guys, thank you for joining me for another episode of The Rundown. As I said, I am your host, Chris Fagan, and joining me, as always, is she's back. No divorce. It says Mrs. Christopher Fagan. That's her. I forgot to fix your lower third. I'll try to fix that. How you doing, baby?
I'm good.
Good. We're going to try to do a mic check, guys. Let us know if I turned the gains down. Last time it was like I was starting to get, remember back in the day I used to get those messages, your mic sucks. I got the best mics in the world, man. And so if the mic is sucking, it's because I did something on the technical level of it. So if it's too loud or if it's not loud enough, or if Joy's not talking directly into the mic, as you know, sometimes that happens, then you just let us know right there. But besides all that, I asked you guys to help me out, and you've been sending me some Google Voice. Y'all been calling the number and stuff, so I appreciate that. But before we get into that, I want to do a quick rundown. I wanted to starting the show off with a quick rundown, and I got one. So from the YouTuber The Blue Exorcist 8731. I don't know why I keep going Exorcist like that, like I'm running for president. And said, we only gonna do a rundown. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So we had a conversation about the best 2D animation films, and he inspired me to give this a little display. So this is a rundown of the best 2D animated films since Toy Story, since we started transitioning to 3D. So this is my list. It's not really in any particular order, but this is just what I like. So I have number 1, The Iron Giant. Number 2, Mulan. At number 3, The Prince of Egypt. Number 4, Lilo and Stitch. Number 5, The Simpsons movie. 6, The Princess and the Frog. Number 7, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Number 8, Princess Mononoke. Number 9, Tarzan. And at 10, Titan AE. Now, that's not all of them, but that's just a list of like some of my favorites, things that I like. Did you see any of these, babe? Any of those ring a bell?
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, that's it. You never watched The Iron Giant?
No.
Oh, wow. Well,
The Princess and the Frog. I've seen The Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog. Tarzan, no. Oh, that's right. Animation. It's not her. Not her thing.
Mulan. Some of the older stuff,
yeah.
Yes, I've seen.
Yeah, So that was just a quick rundown of just some of my favorite 2D animated movies that's come out since since the dawn of like 3D animation with Pixar and all that stuff. So guys, anytime you guys have a list you want me to run down, send them to me and I'll try to knock them up at the top of the show. But with that all out the way, we're gonna get into like the entertainment news of the week. Some of the latest topics. We're going to talk about some things that we've seen in theaters and not really that we've seen in theaters really, but we're going to see a movie. We're about to see a movie. So I'm going to give a quick recap of Secret Invasions, the latest episode. And we're going to talk with you guys and see what you guys are thinking about the main topic of the week, which is Phoebe Waller-Bridge franchise death. I have my opinion about that. I've been hearing what you guys have been saying about it. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So, babe, with all that out the way. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, you guys voted and the sidebar is back. So that's back. Look at that. It's technically a literal rundown of today's topics. You like that? Huh? Yeah, you do, you little sickies. Let's get started, man. What's the first topic of the week?
Entertainment news from T3medias.com. In 2023, we have seen at least 4 reports of audience attendees either throwing objects or rushing the stage during concerts in an attempt to injure the performers they've paid to see. The question is, why is there a rise in stage attacks on music performers?
That is a good question, babe. Why is there?
Because people are nut jobs. People are, as Charlotte Dobre says, people are delulu.
Delulu. Adele just recently, I saw her, this morning when I was putting the show together, I saw Adele give a little quick brief on that. She's like, you can try that if you want to. She warned her audience, do it if you want to. It's basically what she said, do it if you want to. But that was fun.
I mean, I don't get it. The guy who hit BB Rexa was just like, I just want to see what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, F around and find out, because they will find you. And
they will find you. Yeah, they sound like General Zod. But it's weird because it's now it's getting to here's my thing on it. People now it's starting to get attention. People just want to do it now just to do it, just for trying to be funny, and it's like. No, okay, so since now it's starting to happen, it pretty much almost, I wouldn't say it happens all the time. There's probably way more concerts where it doesn't happen than it does, and that's probably maybe the number is still normal at the normal pace. But I feel, but with social media into it and with clicks and things and people wanting to be all popular and stuff, there's going to be a rise on it. So I think the punishment should be increased, harsh.
The thing is, if people really start doing stupid stuff like this, then they'll change the way they perform. Meaning all of the mosh,
big old glass in the
the people that the tickets that you got to pay extra for so that you could be on the like. They're gonna be more expensive.
That's
gonna disappear. They're not even gonna let people get down that close.
Right.
They're gonna just be like
front row is gonna be nosebleed.
Front row's gonna be way back.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be mad. Well, it's not fair. I can't see them. Well, then y'all shouldn't have been acting stupid.
But no, yeah, you're right. I agree. I didn't even think about it that way. But you're right. It makes no damn sense why people are doing. We were just talking about that earlier. How people are doing the most dumbest things just to go viral. We saw a dude put a firecracker in his mouth and lit that. He went on a cough fit for 5 minutes while his friend that isn't really his friend was like egging him on. Not bad, bro. Not like dude, you could be drunk. I get it. They sell alcohol at these concerts, and you could have a friend just egging you on just to see you get arrested. That's not your friend. Like, I don't get why people are this dumb. But any other theories on it? But well, before we get at let's look at the latest that's kind of happened this year alone. Only a few of them. Ava Max slapped. BB Rexa hit with a phone. Pink. I put this on the list because it's just weird. Given ashes. A woman threw her mother's ashes up on stage. Pink responded with, I don't know how to feel about this, and just left it there on the stage. And then the last one, Lil Nas X recently, double dildo damage was thrown to him. His response to it was funny.
The tale is old as time. Way back, some of this stuff's not new. People have been throwing underwear on stage.
See, whatever happened to
what's his name? Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, What's Up Pussycat Man has been getting underwear thrown on stage since the 70s. But underwear's not knocking people out. And
it depends on how fishy it gets. What's that?
People have always... it's not new. Roses, like fake roses or real flowers.
Now that was always appreciated by the performer.
Yeah,
the roses.
But they're not. They were never trying to hit the performer. Yeah. It was meant to be on stage. Like
now, people are gonna hide bricks and bouquets
so that they could collect their gift.
Yeah. But you're 100% right. I think the price is gonna increase on ground floor, or they're gonna get pushed back for the same price, increased price, because it's a safety hazard now. Now it's like when a cop violates somebody's rights and the victim sues the police officer or the station for what happened. You're not really suing the police. You're suing the city, and it comes out of everybody's taxes. Everybody's going to pay for that, and people don't realize that. Like, people got to get themselves under control. What's up? Well, what's up, B. Gill? I see you there. But guys, let us know what you guys think about the recent. I think I surprised you with that. You didn't know about the. Did you know about the Lil Nas X one? Did you know about what Adele recently said? Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't surprise me that.
But Adele saying that doesn't surprise me because she's very down. Like she's
She's a sister now.
She's one of those that will be like, yeah.
She'd be neck rolling.
Please do F around and find out. Go ahead.
Let us know what you guys think about that, babe. What's the next topic?
From CBR.com, there is a rumor that Channing Tatum will finally play Gambit in Deadpool 3. According to an Instagram post from trusted scooper My Time to Shine Hello, Tatum has already filmed a cameo as Gambit. The actor was previously set to portray the character in a Gambit spin-off film. Still, the project was canceled in May 2019. Also seen on set was Ben Affleck, leading people to believe that his version of Daredevil will also make a return.
I can't wait to see that movie. Now, the cameos alone is I feel like Daredevil will do it right, but the whole thing about will it be another multiverse of madness situation where they lean too heavy on the cameos versus the story? I don't think that's a problem with Deadpool. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds has a good lock on where his audience is.
We've already seen that wouldn't surprise me with the Channing Tatum, because I mean the Bullet Train had Channing Tatum, Ryan, like little cameos.
Free Guy. What was that Free Guy? His Free Guy, and he was playing. He was the avatar for a kid that was like a YouTuber or so, a Twitch streamer, and he was just. Was he dancing? He's always dancing. Makes me just want to watch Free Guy again.
Channing Tatum cracks me up as well.
Yeah, I think
because you don't really see him be silly that often. So when he does these cameos, I mean, Bullet Train cracked me up where he was just like, is this okay?
Wasn't he like flirting with? Yeah, was he?
They was reading a book and Brad Pitt kept asking him questions or whatever, and then
he thought he was being flirted with. Yeah. I remember now. It just makes now I just want to do a double feature. Now hearing this news makes me want to do a double feature of Free Guy and Bullet Train now because of Channing Tatum. even when Channing Tatum was the star of the film with Sandra Bullock, what was that movie where Lost Island or whatever?
I personally love that
you
movie.
cracked up. We cracked up. It was good. So. I'm surprised that Channing Tatum hasn't been in a Daredevil movie by now. But with everything that was going on with Gambit, with Fox at the last minute, trying to get stuff situated, it's not surprising that it didn't work out. But at least we'll get to see it in this iteration. Maybe Gambit didn't really need its own movie, but seeing him featured somewhere else first. Now, but. Will he be Gambit moving forward in the MCU? Doubt it, but at least we finally get to see it. So I hope that rumor is true, and I hope the Ben Affleck one is true too. So guys, let us know what you guys. Anybody saying anything? Okay, well, and we're gonna get to your live questions. I forgot to plug the. Let me go back up on the list real quick. I forgot to do this. There we go. I said we're going to do live chat. So guys in the live chat, keep your comments coming on any topics you want to talk about, whether it's the topics that we're talking about here or anything else you want to talk about. Remember, I do have some messages to get through. I thought I was going to get through them today, but I won't. So for the voice messages, maybe tomorrow we'll knock some of those out. 281-406-1993 if you want to call in. And if you're a channel member, we're going to start doing live calls. So if our channel member is available, I'll send a link and I'll send it to you if you hit me up in the live chat before we end the show. Let's go to and check out the podcast. This is the T3 Media Studio podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor, Amazon, and all your favorite podcasts of choice. All right, let me go back to where we were. What's the next topic of the day, babe?
From Screen Rant. A new Rebel Moon image reveals Zack Snyder's version of lightsabers in his Netflix space opera, which was originally conceived as a Star Wars movie.
The lower third doesn't have it there, but I'll fix it. I'll just put it there. I'll just put it here. I didn't know what to think about this with Rebel Moon thing because, it's just straight to Netflix stuff. And I'm always thinking, it's not going to be all that great. But Zack Snyder is a visionary. And when I heard that this futuristic space opera type of story was originally in his mind pitched to Disney to be a Star Wars thing. I was like, that's interesting. I was like, that's interesting. And then I looked up the cast, and I was like, I didn't even know. I should have looked it up, but I didn't even know that he also hired the young man that played Cyborg in the Justice League. After, it looked like he was going through Hollywood hell because he looked like he was getting blacklisted for trying to call out all the drama that was going on set, Josh Whedon and all that, and it looked like he wasn't getting any more work. But lo and behold, his favorite director, I guess, to work with, Zack Snyder, was like, hey, I got a project for you. Come on in. Let's do this Rebel Moon movie with me. These images that are coming up look amazing. They dark, spooky-ish. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is all about. And just like you were saying earlier, there was an image that came up with his versions of lightsabers. So real quick, I'm gonna go full mass. I'm gonna show you guys the cast, because I didn't even know this was the cast until and I'm excited about it. We have I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Sophia Boutella playing Korra. Ray Fisher, who I mentioned earlier, as Darian Bloodaxe. Is it Bloodaxe? Bloodaxe. Bloodaxe. Charlie Hunnam as actor. Anthony Hopkins is Jimmy. Everybody gets a cool name. Anthony Hopkins, the coolest person on the set, gets his Jimmy. Yeah. Gina Molano as Hermanda. Ed Screen as Belisarius. Bayduna as Nemesis. I think that's who's holding the lightsaber there. Or is that Sophia? No, that's not Sophia. That's Bayduna as Nemesis. And Jimin Housen, I don't know, I'm butchering that, as General Titus, as I'm getting a phone call in the background there. But just with that lightsaber alone, just looks like a flattened piece of flat metal that's just heated up, but it's supposed to be their version of lightsaber. So I was like, all right. I mean, I'm a Star Wars guy. I like Star Wars. It looks pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know. Netflix just released the Netflix kind of movies. Is that your cup of tea? I know these. I don't know if this was going to interest you at all. I haven't heard much about it. I knew of the project, but it's the first time I'm checking it out. What do you think about Zack Snyder's return? Nothing interesting about it. I am gonna check it out. So I want to see I want to give Ray Fish another shot. I'm glad that he's still working. I want to see what it's all about. I know the release the Snyder Cut boys are still excited about it. So let us know what you guys think about it. Are you going to give this one a chance and check it out? Are you as excited to see what Ray Fisher brings to it as I am? I love the cast. The cast is solid. So I can't wait to check that out. And the old girl with them light. Well, you got Sophia Boutella. I mean, on there. That was what's her name with the sword legs on the Kingsman. I always love her. I still haven't seen the Mummy, that Mummy remake that she made. I want to check that out. What's going on?
Justin D said, "I'm glad this isn't a Star Wars property, because Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker would have to have just happened to walk by at some point."
Probably
in the background. Oh, there goes Darth Vader.
Oh, thanks for reading that. I don't know what's going on. Once again, the pop-ups for my lower thirds aren't working properly, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to adjust the green screen or something. Something's going on with this. Let me do something real quick. I know this is gonna mess it up, but let me see if this works. Give me a chance here. It's like, are you sure? Oh no, that didn't affect anything at all. Well, once again, my lower third is jacked up, and I should have tested it out before that.
So
but
you do have a question for later.
All right. Guys, just keep monitoring. I'm sorry about that, guys. I like to pop up the questions on the bottom of the screen. All right, what's the next topic of the week?
Box office results.
Oh yeah. So I was surprised this week again with the box office, as we got, of course, we know that Indiana Jones was going to take the top spot, but it's not doing as well as they was hoping that it was going to be. From the first week, Indiana Jones took the number one spot with over $60 million. Worldwide, so far, it's made over 130. At number 2 was Elementals. At first, it looked like it was Spider-Verse, but just by hair, Elementals took it by 12,100,000. But worldwide, it's just under 190 million. At 187 actually. Oh, it's a death sentence. 187. On its third week. Week number 5, Spider-Verse is still holding strong. Almost took the second spot with 12 million. And worldwide has made over $600 million in its 5th week. No Hard Feelings is still holding on to the 4th spot in 2nd week. Its worldwide budget is made over $49 million, which is good for the money that they spent on it. But, it takes the 4th spot at $7 million, over $7 million, is almost 8. And in its 4th week, Transformers: Rise of the Beast with 11. Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's wrong. That was way below. I forgot to update that. That's my fault. That's not what they made. They made under like 5 or 4 or something like that. So that display is wrong. Sorry about that at the end of it. But yeah, but that is the order of place that it was at. And it's funny because I looked at this chart. Look at this chart. Everything is separated by, all these movies are separated by a week. Indiana Jones, this is his 1st week. No Hard Feelings is on his 2nd week. Elementals on his 3rd. Transformers on his 4th, and Spider is on his 5th week. There were other movies that were in the mix, like Flash. I think Flash is in its 3rd week, but it's knocked itself out of the conversation. But all these movies were only separated by a week, and that's another thing that's going to affect the box office. Is in the summer, usually these movies are coming out week after week after week. And one thing that people are saying is that now that we have streaming and everybody's paying for these streaming services, we're going to get more picky on what movies we're going to go see. Like, what do you think about that concept? Like,
I mean, yeah, certainly depends on the movie.
Yeah. And Indiana Jones doing worse than Crystal Skull. Oh, it's so sad nowadays. But again, that was a time when we weren't having all these streaming services and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, it's just going to depend on the movie. But yeah, that real quick. And when the rundown starts goes to a 5 day a week type of show, I will be doing the box office results on Monday. On Monday. Yeah, because it sucks doing it on Wednesday. but it's summertime.
It's old news by Wednesday.
It's old news. Yeah, tell me something I didn't know. Well, all those movies were separated by a week. Boom, that's new information. Flash is at number 8, I think. And now people in the comment section was like, but I liked it. I liked Flash.
Well, I liked it. Yeah.
But somebody said on the show last week, it was Flash trash. What's too funny? Joe doesn't like that. He's like, that was not Flash trash. Michael Keaton, baby. But let us know what you guys think. And let's move on to Secret Invasions episode 3. Okay. Let me do a little recap, little plot summary, if you don't mind. So bear with me for a second here. So episode 3 of Secret Invasion starts with I'm sorry if you haven't seen it. Yeah, the spoiler. I'm about to go through a full recap. So if you haven't seen it, skip this part, come back a little bit later because I'm about to recap the whole thing. And I know you haven't seen it, babe, but I'm trying to see if I can even convince you to watch it with me. But Secret Invasions episode 3 starts with the Council of Skrulls planning to attack the UN target. They want to take advantage of humans fighting amongst themselves. So in a flashback, we learned that Fury met Priscilla in 1998. And we move back into the present day. Priscilla is upset with Fury for staying away for so long, even after he returned from the blip. He chose to stay away. That was a good line there. She said, I understood when you were blipped, but after the blip, you chose to stay away, and that hurt her even more. So now it's a question of where their relationship, stands right now. Let's see. It's unclear whose side she's on. Meanwhile, Gravik, our main bad guy, suspects Gaia of being a mole. He travels to London with her to meet Talos, Gaia's father. Talos warns Gravik against erasing humanity and reveals that everyone at their table is a Skrull. That was that awesome scene where when Talos attacks Gravik all the other people that were in that restaurant were actually Skrulls working for Gravik, and they turned into Gravik to show him that he's not alone. That was an amazing shot too. Talos wants humans to know the difference between Skrulls who follow Gravik and those who don't. Fury meets Talos in London and warns him about a vulnerable person in the U.S. government. Talos wants Fury to ask for his help. Fury informs Sonya about an infiltrated submarine called the Neptune, but he cannot assist. Fury and Talos fight about their relationship, and they shoot their way into the house of the submarine's captain. They've discovered that the captain has already relayed the strike order and refuses to stop it. Talos kills the captain and calls his daughter for the termination password. Gaia successfully averts the launch, but her cover is blown. Gravik confronts her and shoots her at the end. And it looks like, I don't think she's dead. Obviously she's not, because there's a scene in the commercial that we haven't seen yet. Priscilla goes to the bank and she goes into a vault, her safe security box, and she retrieves a gun, and she calls Gravik to meet with Gravik, indicating that she may have been working with him all along. So far, I would say this episode was better than the first, but not better than the second. It was kind of on par with the second episode. I was saying that I hope that it goes up as far as my excitement on this show. Staying even keel with episode 2 is fine too, and if it stays on that bar, that would make a solid series. Because the level of like the who's with who and who's a Skrull, and if you are a Skrull, are you a good Skrull? Are you on the Gravik side of way of thinking that human beings need to move over and die and start World War III? Are you on Talos' side? And I could already tell that his daughter was not betraying his father, and I could tell that she was being a double agent. And no, I don't think she's dead. Obviously, there was a scene in the trailer where she was in a bathroom and she wiped off the mirror and everything. I don't think we've seen that scene yet. So if I'm right about that, she's obviously still alive. But the whole question about is Nick Fury's wife, Priscilla, if she's because of his absence all these years, is she gone to the bad side? I'm going to say no, but it will be interesting writing if it is. So I give this episode, I think I gave the last one a B or B minus. It's a B. I'll B or B minus. I'll probably, whatever the grade I give it, I would have to double check. Whatever grade I gave it last week is what I'll probably stick with. It was a good episode, very interesting to see the tension between Nick Fury and Talos after their friendship is kind of deteriorating. They both have good points. And good. Nick Fury just don't trust nobody, and Talos he's just an underappreciated worker. He's all like, dude. One thing that he said was interesting. The reason why you're Nick Fury is because of the Skrulls that have been helping you. All the secrets that he was getting over the years on Iron Man, on everybody, bringing the Avengers together and getting dirt on people. And I was like, people always throughout all the movies, people are all like, how does Nick Fury do it? Talos revealed it in this episode. Because of his Skrull friends, they've always been infiltrating. For all we know, Black Widow in episode 2 in Iron Man 2 was a Skrull. For all we know, we don't know. That's because that's what he's used to get dirt on people, or at least maybe half of the movie she was a Skrull, and maybe the other half it was the real Black Widow because they were working. I don't know. It raises the question, and he said the only reason why your career is the way you were just going to be on a desk for the rest of your career. In the Shield, but we were the ones that helped you elevate to the Nick Fury that you are today. And I just want to damn thank. I think it's like I don't even want to thank you. Just fucking acknowledge it. It was a good conversation. But I had fun with it. I thought it was great. I think that we got introduced to the concept of Super Skrulls. I don't know much about it from the comic book, but I know that the main bad guy Gravik was saying, since Earth has their heroes and their mutated people and their enhanced humans and stuff like that, we need to do that to ourselves. Shape-shifting isn't enough. Let's become Super Skrull. So I pretty much knew that was going to be the main plot. The going from Skrulls to Super Skrulls, for it to be happening, it seems like it's happening so fast, and they're showing it in the trailer. They show it, him being a Super Skrull, in the trailer, or I've seen the pictures. I'm assuming that that's going to be the midway threat for this series. That's going to be wrapped up by, well, I don't know how many episodes it is, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a overall threat even beyond what we're seeing right now by the end of the movie. So I had fun with it. I thought it was good, and I'm hoping to convince Joy to catch up with me, baby. at all. Are you even interested in seeing this show, or
when I saw the trailers, they looked interesting.
Yeah, it's funny at some points. I know you like comedy more than others, but it's more like it's a spy drama. It's just it's more interesting of what Nick Fury has been kind of going through. I appreciated the first 2 episodes being like an hour long, and this episode was shorter. I don't think these episodes need to be that long. 30 minutes seems to be fine for me, but maybe if I do get a 30-minute episode, then maybe I'll be pissed. I haven't had an episode yet where I was like, oh man, we're at the end already. This one being like 40 something minutes long, 45 minutes long, it seemed like a good 30 to 45 minutes. To me, it felt like that was a good pace, or a good length of time for what we got. Seemed like episode 1 didn't. I don't know. It just seemed like these don't need to be that long. But maybe I'll change my mind at the end of it. Let me know what you guys are saying. Any thoughts on Secret Invasion so far? Let me know in the comment section. I'll get with them. So I'm gonna try to fix the lower third if I can get that your guys' stuff to pop up. But with that out the way, let's go to the main topic. Babe, what is the main topic of the week?
Phoebe Waller-Bridge has already amassed quite an impressive action resume, writing on Killing Eve and No Time to Die, as well as acting in Solo, a Star Wars story, and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A quote from Slash Film with an article titled "Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Tomb Raider writers are debating Lara Croft's body for the right reasons" by B.J. Colangelo. When asked about the debate of Lara Croft's body type, she says she'll approach it from a practical point of view while honoring the legacy.
I thought if you guys haven't checked that out, it's a very good article. On face value, I was thinking that it was going to be about like people bashing her, like obviously you're going to turn Lara Croft into another flat-chested thing, like this and that and the other, which was the actress from the last movie. They didn't go for like the body type that the video game was originally designed from. What I was surprised to read, because Phoebe Waller-Bridge is attacked all the time for being a woke, liberal feminist that's destroying all this stuff. I mean, I'm going to get into my comments about that a little bit later. But read that article. She was like, oh, no. Basically saying no. We're talking about it on all levels. Like basically saying, just because a woman has a large chest doesn't mean that she can't kick ass and be athletic and be this and that and the other. A woman doesn't have to be flat chested to be an image of an ass kicker or somebody to be taken seriously. And a woman who's flat chested doesn't mean that that's not beautiful and all that. Like she's looking at it from a practical standpoint, but that doesn't mean that she's gonna go with what is perceived as the feminist thing of no. So that's basically saying there is a chance that her Lara Croft that she cast might be heavy chested and still kick ass, but and you're gonna take her seriously and all that, and not just be looked at as a sex symbol. Or she might basically it ain't gonna matter. Whoever is the best person for the role is going to get it, whether she's curvy or not, basically. So I don't know if you've I'm pretty sure I don't know if you ever played or seen the original Lara Croft.
I mean, I've seen it.
Video game footage and movie.
My honest opinion, I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. My personal opinion, and I know most people won't agree, and they certainly won't admit to it. They don't they don't want her, and they'll say they don't like her because she's not the traditional bombshell beauty. Okay,
she's not playing Laura Croft. She's producing.
She's just producing it.
Yeah. Okay. No, she commented that if they were going to go for that body type, she probably would have. Maybe she would fit into it. But no, she's not. She's doing, and I'm glad that Killing Eve, like just like what her role in Killing Eve, she was just producing, writing and producing. So basically, what she's done in the background for all these years, like with Bond and with Killing Eve and stuff like that. So no, she's not going to be Laura Croft. At least I don't think. As from what I can tell, she's just producing. But she's saying that the Laura Croft that she's going to cast, she's casting. She's saying that she's going to take it from a practical standpoint.
Or maybe that's what people are confused with. They think she's going to be the one who's acting in it.
I believe so too. Because the whole question,
which is still trash to me, because it's people who are looking at her and going, "Oh, we want the we want the Scarlett Johansson, the super beauty, and she's not what we consider to be super beautiful, so therefore the movie won't be good."
Right.
And that's trash to me. But her producing and writing skills, we've already seen what she can do. So I don't even get why you think that she wouldn't do a good job with it. Killing Eve was awesome. So I don't get it.
I messed myself up here with there we go. Get rid of that. And I agree. So one of the things that she said on that same article, let me go full mass here, regarding the body type of Laura Croft. And this will give you, there's the quote. I think you got it on the second page. You mind reading it out for me, because I gotta pull up some other stuff here.
She's a Tomb Raider, so she's incredibly fit, Waller-Bridge said. She has to be able to squeeze through tiny rock crevices all the time. It is a different experience squeezing through a small crevice when you have larger boobs than if you have smaller boobs.
And that's basically so that was basically why people were thinking that she was going to only cast. But if you read a person with a smaller chest are not fitting the image of the Laura Croft that was from the first set of video games. But if you keep reading the article, she clearly says it isn't going to matter if I'm not going to take that position. So basically, Waller-Bridge's approach is welcome because this is the writer. He said Waller-Bridge's approach is welcome because it's based in reality rather than faux feminist justification parodied around the release of like Space Jam, for example. They brought up Space Jam: New Legacy, where it was implied that Lola Bunny's bust was shrunk down because they wanted her to be a strong and not sexualized, which just perpetuated the gross stigma that having large breasts means you can't be strong, or that your only worth is as a sexual object. So she's going to, I guess, to the delight of a lot of guys who just want to see big boobs bouncing around, she's going to go, you might get that, but you're still going to take this character seriously, and she's going to be, but it's not just because it's not going to be a character where it's like you're only going to take her seriously because you find her physically attractive. I'm not going to not cast big, curvy, just because I want to try to fight on. She said, I find that whole argument off-putting. I'm just paraphrasing her, that the only way a woman can be taken seriously is if she's not physically appealing. So what does that say what do you say to women that are curvy? Like that's basically exactly what she was saying. So it's funny to me that she's getting this legacy or this stereotype that she's this woke, feminist, man-hating type of person. Well, she's saying exactly what I would think a lot of you guys who want to see these things on screen saying. Like, yeah, that might be a woman with some big old tick old bitties on screen, but she's still gonna be an ass kicker. So I don't know. I don't know. What you still think Phoebe's getting kind of a bad outlook on it? I mean from the fans outside looking in.
I think she'll do a great job. I don't get what the issue is.
Well, the next thing that followed up after that, let me try to see if I can pull it up full screen here. So in continuation of what was going on I think in the same article, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, read that for me, babe.
There's room to do something really quite dangerous, and if I can do something dangerous and exciting with Tomb Raider, I already have an audience of people who love Laura and hopefully will continue to. And that is a very unusual position to be in. It's the old Trojan horse.
So just like I was saying before about she's going to strive to give a ass kicking Laura Croft. And if you've seen her work on Killing Eve, you know she can take a woman that's considered very beautiful, whether they're curvy or not, or women of all types, and make them threatening. And anybody who has watched Killing Eve will not doubt, don't really doubt much that that Eve, Villanella, yeah. Was not a threatening, menacing type of character, whether she looks like a supermodel or not. Like she was not. After first couple episodes, you're like, yeah, they don't want to mess with this. Yeah, everybody took that character seriously, unless you just didn't watch. If you watched the show, that I didn't even know Phoebe Waller-Bridge was, because I liked Fleabag. Yeah. I didn't even know she was one of the producers and writers of that either. I looked into so. Everybody's thinking that the whole question keeps coming up since Indiana Jones isn't doing that great. It's got to be Phoebe Waller-Bridge's fault. She was also in Star Wars. I don't remember. When I remember the Star Wars, I
didn't know she was in Star. That I didn't watch it. She was
there in the Solo Star Wars movie. Didn't we watch that together with?
No, but when people complained, I never heard her name.
I never heard her name come up. I even specifically remember hearing that people liked that robot that she played, that eventually became the she was a droid at first and then became the computer. After the droid was destroyed, it became like the motherboard for the Millennium Falcon. She doesn't talk anymore, but she's in there. But her character, people see. I remember people having fun with her sarcastic. And she was a droid that was flirting with what's his name? Childish Gambino. What's his real name? Donald Glover.
Yeah. I was like, I know who you're talking about.
Like playing Billy D. Williams' character, Lando Calrissian. They were kind of flirty with each other, as it was like you guys kind of look like y'all have a relationship with each other. That was their dynamic in Solo. She was very sarcastic. And it seemed like she loved Lando Calrissian, and he loved her too. And like when the character was destroyed and killed, he had an emotional reaction to it. I mean, he really it was almost like, oh, is he gonna marry this droid? Like kind of thing. I don't remember anybody saying that they had a problem with that. That this was before woke became so politicized and stuff, and now it's being overused. Nobody that I saw was saying this. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that was just my bubble of friends that don't look at that stuff that way and try to find any reason to blame Phoebe Waller-Bridge for every damn thing. But I didn't see it. I think I figured out how I can fix the lower third. So give me a second, guys. But I have my theories on why. All right, and here it goes. Here's my theory on it. I didn't know if I was going to talk about this. It's everything's getting too politicized, because a lot of people on Twitter, I'll pull it up. I think I was gonna do that anyway. I was gonna pull up this article, and I'll skip what I was going to do, and I'll do it here. No, I'll do it here. Let me see if I can go. You got the head out for a second. Mm-hmm. If I can find it. Like people brought up these characters here, so I'll ride solo for the rest of it, baby. I know you gotta get back to it, so thank you for helping me out, baby. Now I'm about to go on my Phoebe Waller-Bridge rant.
And you do have a bunch of comments.
I think I figured out to fix it. So if I can't just read it off the screen, I will. It's gonna pop up. So bear with me for a second. But thanks, babe, for helping me out. Joy Fagan, everybody. I told you she didn't divorce me. God, guys, but people were defending it, trying to point out, like, look, you don't have a problem with Bo-Katan's character. You don't have a problem with what's Darth Vader's wife's name? I don't know why her name is forgetting. All these other characters, all these other women, these strong women. But now, lately, it's like the only one that's really getting a pass now is what's-her-face from The Mandalorian. That's one that people are focused on. And when they politicize it, it's like, if we know that the actor or actress is pro this agenda or that agenda in real life, then we're going to support her no matter what. And even if woke leftist, whatever you want to call them, Disney made the character. Same guy who made Ahsoka. But you know what? Even though, you know, she hasn't said anything that pissed me off on a personal political level yet, even though she's a leftist, even though she married, she was dating a guy who ran for president on the on the Democratic side, but she hasn't really pissed anybody off too bad yet. But people are taking these stances. If the person who created the character, or like if it's a director that we want to circle the wagons around, like Zack Snyder. I don't even know what Zack Snyder's political views are, but but everybody with the release of Snyder Cut they feel like he got a raw deal out of it, even though he was the guy who's that Superman isn't supposed to kill, but for some reason when he was getting fired and let go, it's weird when people will decide to support this character for this agenda and this personal beliefs, and so for whatever reason, because it fits our narrative, but not this other character who is made by the same people. It's weird, and it falls back into my whole stop worshiping celebrities rant. These people are just actors, and we're putting too much of our own personal politics and beliefs and putting it on these people. Like, what? Well, why does Pascal get to keep his job and she didn't? They both did the same thing. Yeah, but I'll get into that rant later. But this whole Phoebe Waller-Bridge thing, like, is she killing franchises? Now, here's one thing that I'm not going to deny. The coincidence is undeniable, because a lot of those movies did not do so well financially, or was not well. I'm sorry, critically well received. And what one thing do they have in common? Phoebe Waller-Bridge. So it's easy to pick on her. Was Harrison Ford too old to be in another Indiana Jones movie? Probably, but it's the Phoebe Waller-Bridge. My criticism on Phoebe Waller-Bridge in Indiana Jones, not the same criticism that a lot of people have been seeing online, saying that she's trying to emasculate Indiana Jones. Whether she was a feminazi, whatever you want to call her, leftist, woke, whatever, or not, or the strongest conservative, whatever woman in the world, being as action or trained or developed as that character was written, whether it was whatever her personal affiliations are, don't matter. Her athleticism was going to be a little bit more believable than an 81-year-old man's is. I don't care who he was, Indiana Jones or not. I don't care. Jesus Christ at 81 probably wouldn't be able to do all that stuff. But we give a little leeway because it's Indiana Jones. We don't want him to look like a fool. And he was still rocking and kicking as much butt as he could. But he still showed his age, that he could not win every fight. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge didn't win every fight either. I mean, with her punches hit hard, there are 81-year-old men out there that can knock a fool out easily. There are 81-year-old men that would not be able to knock a person out as much as a 30 or 40-year-old. I don't know how old she is or would, trained or not. It's just life. But Solo didn't financially do as much as it went over budget. It was panned for a lot of. Maybe that 007 movie was also criticized. And Indiana Jones definitely not doing that great in the box office. They went over budget as well. But is it Phoebe Waller-Bridge's fault? It's the coincidence that she was in all of these movies and they all have some kind of backlash is the word I'll use. Yeah, but backlash. It's interesting. But is she the reason? No. I'm not gonna say that. It's just, I mean, unless she was the writer of all these, and the whole thing with it's Kathleen Kennedy. The force is female. Kathleen Kennedy is about to be out the door, guys. This whole thing where we're not saying that there can't be a strong female, because like I said, you guys, a lot of these guys that's doing all this hating, I don't seem to have a problem with what's her name from The Mandalorian. I can't even remember her name now. You know I'm bad with names, but she's right there, third box on the left, where from The Mandalorian. Like a lot of these guys, these Snyder Cut guys, don't have a problem with her being a tough, built jack, flat, whatever one, but but why? Because she wears a red tie. But let Phoebe Waller-Bridge be the same situation. She's not even jacked. He's like, well, no, that's not believable. She's got to be jacked. Like, what's her name? But that character was also made by quote unquote woke Disney. It blows my mind. We as a whole just need to stop worshiping these celebrities and putting take this politics out of it. Because I guarantee if Phoebe Waller-Bridge was to come out, and I'm talking about these guys who rant on these crazy things. If Phoebe Waller-Bridge was to say, "Make America Great Again," I love MAGA, and da, everybody who's saying that she's too leftist feminist would instantly change their thumbnails. Those thumbnails would instantly start changing. The red eyes around her and all that stuff, and all that, like the way right here, the way they're treating Kathleen Kennedy. And all that. If Kathleen Kennedy was to have the same political views as them, would be treating her like this person. And if this person were to come out and go, you know what, I was tripping. I am going to apologize, and I don't believe that all that crazy stuff I was saying about the LGBT community, then they would turn their back on her too. All of a sudden, then this character would not be a strong character anymore. It would be a character just trying to demasculate men again. I'm telling you, as long as that's where their agendas lie. That's why, and that's where I draw the line. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I don't care what her personal politics and beliefs are. She was great for that role. This person, I don't know. I mean, you guys are probably correcting me, telling me what her name is in the comments. I'll get to them in a sec. But the reason why she got fired was her own business. And I'm not gonna hate on Phoebe Waller-Bridge because she's a leftist. Now, but I am gonna agree with the coincidence that she is a common link with all these movies. So point taken right there. She was in these movies. Solo, Indiana Jones, 007, writing all these. But she also wrote Killing Eve. So I'm gonna relax on it, guys. Let's go to the comments and let you guys talk about it. I'll rant on this enough. What do you think about my whole theory about Phoebe Waller-Bridge? Is she really that bad? And I know you guys were in the comment section too. We're going to get to that vote. I wrote, is she really the franchise murderer? As some people have been saying and doing on putting up on their YouTube channels and pages and stuff as well. I don't think so. I think she's funny. She seems like a nice person. And as far as Tomb Raider, will she destroy Tomb Raider? Is she about to do this? Death? Is she death cometh for Tomb Raider? Time will tell. If it's not if it's not well received, I mean, I have hope for it. I mean, all the thirsty guys that love to see Tig-O Bitties, she already said, hey, you might see it, it'll be from a practical level. So it's just a bunch of foolishness. No, with all that out the way, let's finally get into what you guys have to say. I think I fixed it. If you guys bear with me for a second, let me see if I can. I think I fixed what the problem is. There's a stupid thing going on with there you go. The fix did it come up? I don't know why I have to keep it used to be that I would just have to refresh the you guys don't care about this. Let's go to what you guys want to talk about. It's like, Chris is about to spend 5 minutes explaining how he effed up the show. It's like, what had happened was, let's start from the very top. Justin D, what's going on, boy? How you doing? Says Phoebe was the main writer and the showrunner on Killing Eve season 1. She wrote for TV a complex, hilarious, sexy, scary, and perhaps the most charming, charismatic antagonist. Yes. Villain V was not to be effed with, man, and she got a body. Do you guys want what's her name that was playing V from Killing Eve? Do you want her? I heard that she right there on the screen. The rumor was that she is up for Fantastic Four, Sue. Do you want her or do you want the other name that's been floating around? I wouldn't mind either or, but I was excited when I heard her name. Let's see. What's next? V was the main writer. JD continues. I think if she gets to run and write the show throughout its entirety and she gets a great actress like Jodie Comer to work with it, I think the show will be fine. I'd be looking forward to it. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Teeth Review. Are you going to review Joyride? Yes, I am. Me and Joy are going to write. Full disclosure, that was me. I'm T3 Movies. Talking through the movies review. That's my channel. I'm going to. I just wrote that as a reminder to myself. I'm going to watch Joyride tonight at 6:00. An advanced screening of it. Tonight, early screening at AMC. So thank you, AMC, for allowing me to buy the ticket early. BG Gills, what's up, guys? What's up, BG Gill Studios? How you doing? JD continues. The Will Smith effect, perhaps if he can do it, why not? I forgot what we were talking about. The Will Smith effect. The Will Smith. I haven't been asked audience. This is the Will Smith. Maybe when we're talking about Channing Tatum, maybe with that, is that what we're talking about? Or maybe with Rebel Moon? I don't understand what we were talking about that with the Will Smith effect. Jason Rodriguez in the chat. What's up, bro? Live call is pretty cool. Yeah. Did you call? Did you leave a message? Yeah, it is pretty cool, Jay. Leave a message. 281-406-1993. JD continues. I sincerely hope. Nope, click on it again. Is it not working? There we go. I sincerely hope that the MCU and newly revamped DCU gets away from 1, multiverse, 2, reliance, 3, pointless post credits. Probably none of that will happen. You're probably right. Jason Rodriguez sends a plug. He's also a silk screener and a shirt maker. Shirt size, you killing me, Smalls. All right, yeah, okay. He wants to make Rundown or T3 Media t-shirts for the channel. Look up Jason Rodriguez up here in Texas. DJ Puerto Rico, if you also have any weddings near the greater Houston area. DJ Puerto Rico is his name. Look him up on Instagram. BG Gill Studios. Okay, I'm curious about your opinion of if the Batman being the one only Batman in DCU going forward instead of there still being 2 Batmans on screen. Just what is going to happen? There's going to be 2 Batman because we're going to get more of the Robert Pattinson because it was successful. And James Gunn has also made it clear that he is going to have a Batman for the DCU. I don't mind there being two Batmen. Why do I still have why do I still have that up on the screen? I don't mind there being two Batmen. I just hope whatever Batmans that we get are just good, and Robert Pattinson is good. Oh, guys, I forgot to share with you guys. All right, let me continue with. Here's something else from We Got Your Mail. Let me go full mass here. Some questions that we got from our commenters. At Bryce1770 said, It's funny how he, John Campea, criticized Kathleen Kennedy for announcing things that may not happen, and yet he's the king of doing it. He's greenlit so many shows that last 5 minutes, from 2 shows with Harloff, Best Movie, Worst Movie, Weekly Hero, Office Virgin, Movie Club, Star Wars Talk Tuesdays, TV after shows, Campea After Dark, Thoughts on Walks. To be fair, Thoughts on Walks is still a thing. He just don't walk that much anymore. He's just not walk. I think he does Thoughts on Walks when he feels like it. He's on his walks and he thinks about it. Cause he did a Thought on Walk recently, but these are things that people ain't really thirsty for, man. I mean, those kind of shows were just like kind of just spur of the moment kind of things, and he just plugged it with a name. He never promised that Thoughts on Walks was going to be an ongoing thing. The after show thing he did. That was a thing, but I think it's still consolidated with his podcast, but I have to double check. Once again, being accused of being a Campea only agenda kind of a show. I'm not. I'm just a fan, and there was a legit question that came in. This is the Wish version of the John Campea show. Okay, thank you. All right. But yeah, that Harloff one that he was going to do, I was excited about that. That dark side, light side thing. Oh, man. I was looking forward to that. But yeah, it is funny. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, the queen of announcing things and then pulling back. But the difference is, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is in charge of a major movie studio. John Campea is just some dude on YouTube, just like me. Like I wanted to have a show that I want to do with the Fusion High guys, and I'm getting outvoted on my own damn channel. Coming in from @/Salma, not liking watching one of your favorite characters, Indiana Jones, being portrayed as a loser and disrespected again and again by an arrogant and unlikable character who is way better, quote unquote, way better than him at everything and is always right. Doesn't make a person a hater. It does if those characteristics aren't really true. The negativity comes from the creators who can't make a fun movie without doing that. Like I said, man, the dude's 81 years old. He ain't going to be able to jump off buildings and stuff and not break a hip like he used to back in the 80s. And if Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I mean, there were female characters in all those other movies having to jump and get trapped in tombs and stuff too. And nobody questioned it because there was a nice, young, healthy man there to rescue them. But her character followed in his foot. Here's the only thing that was really unlikable about Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character in Indiana Jones 5. The fact that she was his daughter and was raised by a father who still loved and respected him. And she raised herself up in archaeology in the same footsteps as him, and just revealed that you became a trash person in your adult life, gambling and putting yourself out there with the wrong types of people all the damn time, and willing to sell artifacts to the wrong people instead of putting in the museum, which Indy was always about. And then when you used his help to get this artifact, you left him to die. Your godfather, who, yeah, your godfather wasn't in your life that much, but your dad was. And there was no ill will from your family and his family. There was no point of that betrayal. It made her an unlikable character throughout, where it's like I couldn't really tolerate her just on a personal level. And the whole "I'm sorry, Indy, yeah, my bad" kind of a thing never really happened in the movie. That was a dick move. She was a dick, and I wasn't gonna accept her for like taking over the family business and becoming if she was trying to become the new Indiana Jones or whatever. She even had her own sidekick and stuff, because they both left him to die like that for nothing. All he was doing was helping. Like, oh, this is we're getting closer. All right, let's you're trapping me with the Nazis. Why? It never made sense. Yeah, that's what made her unlikable. Blame the writers, but that's not her fault. All right. That's just what I'm going to say about that. The last one came in from James Moore. Morin and the Fascinating Yo. Okay. 1764. The highest rating for movies we have over here in the UK is 18. I was just in a conversation about the rating system over there. This was on an old video. Some people over here think Deadpool should be rated 18. And at Cardisa at me on that one, giving me the different ratings. There's U, there's PG, there's 12A, there's 15, 18, and R18. Okay. So is Deadpool rated R18 or is it just rated 18? It should, because he says Deadpool should have been rated 18. Maybe it was rated R18 over there in the UK. Is that their version of the NC-17 rating? I don't know. All right. Those were the comments that came into outside of the live chat. Let's continue on with the live chat. What's your number? 1404 says, so how does Secret Invasions compare to the other Marvel shows? Way better than some, on par. It's on par with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's on par with that, but a little bit better. Wherever the line that Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I'm really comparing it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That's what I'm really. That's what it feels. It feels like that movie as a series. That's what it's starting to feel like. That the way the tone is and all. It's like they're like Captain America 2. This is your template. Go. That's kind of what it feels like to me so far. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge, he continues, I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge just happens to be involved with slop. That's a good way to put it. There's worse actors, writers than her, but she's not that great anyway. She just keeps involving herself with the slop. And it gets real. I would have said messiness. Not saying that what she's doing is messy, because Killing Eve proves that she can write a damn good show, and she can write strong women that people can respect and fear, and can be, whether they fine or not, whether they flat or not, or curvy or not, don't matter. So I feel like I just feel like people are putting their own personal crap onto her because she's already in their mind being, maybe she said something about somebody's rights, and then all of a sudden you're like, you're too woke, you're left. They're like, who cares? They're gonna get on stage when they get that Oscar and be like, I want to talk about what's going on in Vietnam and this and that. They're gonna do it. So what? And if it's something that you don't believe in, they're going to change the channel. They ain't going to be on stage for too long. They get mad, though. This is why I feel like conservatives get really upset about it. Because, and this is true, I believe this is true, those networks would not allow the opposite. The opposites of saying. But people still get up on stage. Black people still get up on stage. The first person they think is God and things like that. People still get that. But would ABC... an Oscar winner, would a conservative Oscar winner get that Oscar and be like, we need to build the wall? And they cut to let's be honest, dude. They would cut to commercials so fast. They would. That's true. I don't know why I brought that up, but I think that's true. It's funny though. Maybe she should stay away from large franchises and see how far she goes. I feel like that's what she's doing. Like it or not, whether we want to put our emphasis on Angelina Jolie or that last movie or not, I don't think Tomb Raider is that large of a franchise yet. Yeah, the movies did okay with Angelina Jolie, but that was during a time when a name could elevate the movie. Now we're in this era where we don't give a damn how famous the actor is. Is the movie good or not? How is it written? Is it to this or to that? Whatever. You know, because I got all these subscriptions I got to pay for. You got to really sell me on this ticket that you want me to buy at the theater. But it's coming to Amazon Prime. It's going to be a series. So, but then it's like, but Lord of the Rings isn't doing all that great. So, but I use Killing Eve as my template. I think that this is going to be fine. I really have my faith because as far as what you can say about her performances in these movies, that's the movies. But when it comes to these TV series, so far she's crushed it. So I'm okay. I'm okay with her doing what she's about to do for this.
If you're
for this series, because I have faith in I like what she pulled off with Killing Eve. I don't get the backlash, and the show won't be one. I'm sorry. I was kind of thinking about something else. Justin D says, I don't get the backlash, and the show won't be one bit better if you cast only one type of look. Good story, good actress, good grief. The thing, I timed it out too fast. Good story, good actress, good direction. That's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. But wouldn't you like to see some... You can tell you saw it. Alicia Vikander. That's the name I was thinking about. And I loved her Tomb Raider, by the way. I loved it. It was exactly like the new games that's coming out on Xbox and stuff, these latest new games. She looked and fit perfectly with that. But that's just me. Alicia Vikander's Tomb Raider movie I thought was much better than the two Jolie movies. And Jolie looked as close as possible to the original game version, and those movies sucked. The way that was back in that old style of writing, that early before, like during, was that in the 90s? Was that the 90s? Let me look that up real quick. Was that the 90s? Let me see. Tomb Raider movie. 2001, 2003, around that X-Men and Spider-Man era, when we were still kind of writing things the way they were kind of written in the 90s. Yeah, like still after the Matrix and whatnot. They made these spectacles. I thought that Alicia Vikander's Tomb Raider was far superior in tone and execution. It was about making it as close to the game. And don't a lot of people complain about that? It's not like the game. Why'd you make change the blah blah blah. But that was as close to the tone of the game as you can get, especially these current games. Now, with not much to build from with story wise from the original games, the Angelina Jolie version was as good as it was. It was built around her sex appeal and stuff like that. A lot of it, but she was also at the time taken seriously as an action hero as well. So it worked. It was a good fit. But would I have liked to see her being taken seriously and like Angelina Jolie and those old movies being written and executed the way Alicia Vikander's movie was written? Heck yeah. The only time it got real cheesy was at that very end scene when she got her guns. You know, she was like, all right, like that. I understand what you're doing there, but that felt like the Angelina Jolie version of it. It was kind of out of place. The last comment is so true about Campia. JD says, it's been frustrating. He's changed his shows weekly, but it's his show, so he can be bipolar with it if he wants. Yeah. That's true. I haven't kept all my promises. I have not. I promised that I was going to play a voicemail thing, but because I was so worried about getting the lower third fixed, I was worried that I didn't even look to pull that up. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I was sure I was going to make this a tight 30 episode, but of course I didn't. An hour, 15 minutes is fine. That's fine. Appreciate you guys helping me out in the live chat. Remember, call the number 281-406-1993 if you want to leave a message. Tomorrow I'm gonna collect them. I haven't had a chance to listen to them because I had the kids with me and I had to take them to the mom's house and all that stuff. So I didn't have time to check the voicemails that I got in today or throughout the week. But I will. So if you guys leave a message, it can be about anything. It could be your top 5, top 10, whatever list that you want to throw at me. This is my favorite Angelina Jolie movies. This is my favorite video game or whatever. This is my worst. I don't care what it is. It can be on a recent topic that you want me to discuss, or something that you want to get my attention on. Hey, Chris, have you heard that such and such is going down? And they threw more dildos on the stage to this singer. I don't care what it is. So whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Let's just keep talking. Send me a message. If you become a member, we will be having video calls and video call-ins and video conferences. So look out for that as well. I will not forget to do that. What do you guys think? I brought the sidebar back. You know, did it work for you? Yeah. Take it or leave it. Don't matter. Don't really matter. It's fine. Is it? Let me know what you guys think. Call in and be like, it sucked. Let me know what you guys thought about this and anything. You guys keep talking in the live chat. Oh, before I go, man, I'm about to do it again. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's look at the results. So it says on the vote, I said, do you believe Phoebe Waller-Bridge will do a bad job on Tomb Raider series? 33% of you said yes. 20% said no. 40%, this is the winner, just wait to see it. Thank you. See, just wait to see it, man. And 7% said, I'm not going to watch it. That's cool too. It doesn't sound like something I'm cool with. I mean, maybe after watching Lord of the Rings on Amazon, you're like, maybe you don't trust Amazon anymore. Maybe you didn't like Killing Eve. Maybe there's something about Phoebe Waller-Bridge that just makes you want to tear your arm off so you'll have something to throw at her. Maybe. Or maybe, just maybe, it might be awesome. So let's just wait to see. Guys, I appreciate all you. Oh, I think something just has come in. I'll wait for it to pop up. There's a 20-second delay, so let me wait for it to pop up. No chat just came in. So let me close the poll. That's the poll. Let's see. Did it come up yet? No. Damn, there's a long ass delay. There it is. Got to click on real time. Kevin Davis, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning budget is $290 box office. Total run prediction is $550 to $600 million. 290? 290? Why would they do that? Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning's budget is $290 million. I think, if I remember correctly, and I'm about to see this movie on Thursday. Me and Tabitha are going to watch it on Thursday. Tomorrow. I think they're doing the same thing that Fast X did. Now, everybody seemed to love that last Top Gun movie. So let's hope Tom can weather this weird box office storm that we've been going through. Let's see. Thanks for this rundown, Kevin. Barbie box office total run prediction is $350. Total box office? I think it's gonna make more than $400 million. $350 to $400 million. Because I know that's not the budget. You're talking about box office run. What do you guys think Barbie is going to make? I love the fact that the directors of Mission Impossible, the producers and stuff of Mission Impossible, Barbie, and Oppenheimer, they're saying make this a triple or double feature thing. Let's all support each other, guys. Now let's read between the lines. It's really this box office storm that we're going through has been kind of weird. So just buy our tickets, please. See, Barbie is going to go watch the world blow up, and the guy who invented the bomb is going to watch Mission Impossible, and Mission Impossible watch both of them at the same time. Butt naked, Then they show their ticket. I got mine, like the ticket challenge. Like you're not going to make a new TikTok ticket challenge. I mean, you're not going to do it. But I think it's cool that they're doing that. That's nice. It's very nice. And I hope it works. I want these movies to be good, and if they're good, I want them to succeed. But Barbie, I think they know who their audience is. And I have a feeling, because Barbie is a beloved character worldwide. I mean, you even have to admit, Barbie and Ken was one of the funny things from the Toy Story movies too. I mean, that was pretty funny. And I love the fact that they even put in the advertisement, if you love Barbie, this is the movie. If you hate Barbie, this is the movie. So that right there triggered me. I'm like, what does that mean? Because if I had never grew up, I don't like Barbie like that. I bought Barbies for my daughter. But I was the G.I. Joe. Shut up, Rich. Get in the car. Let's go. G.I. Joe. That was me. Yeah. Ken lost his girl to G.I. Joe all the time. But I have a feeling that Barbie is going to be north of 500 million. I mean, look at all the hate that Little Mermaid is getting. And Little Mermaid is already over 500 mil. Let me check box office real quick. Let's go full screen. Come join me. We're supposed to end the show. What's the weekend? There we go. Let's click on that. Let's see. No Hard Feeling, Transformers, Little Mermaid. What's the box office? Yeah, they've already crossed 500 mil. And that's getting criticized like crazy. Barbie, I don't think there's much controversy unless you're just mad at the different types of Barbies or whatever. But I think, because your prediction is that Barbie is going to make less than The Little Mermaid. And I don't know, man. I think it's going to make north of 500 million. I think worldwide, I think Barbie is going to make more than, because if you had to drag your parents, if you're a daughter or something like that, like my daughter wanted to see, my sons are like, I don't want to see Little Mermaid, but my daughter was like, I do. So I took her, we had a daddy-daughter date, and we went to see Little Mermaid. That's probably going to happen again. I might have to take my daughter to go see Barbie. I think that's going to happen. Let's see. But yeah, if that's your prediction, I don't know. I think it's going to be north of 500 mil, man. Oppenheimer going to bomb at the box. Boom, boom. Is going to be the bomb at the box office or bomb. It's not going to do as good as the other ones, but it's a Christopher Nolan movie. It's a dark. They comparing it to a horror movie. Like, damn, what's this movie gonna be about? And Jay Brown ended off with $500 million for real. I don't know, bro. Barbie? Yeah. Look, let's go back. Look, right there on the screen. Little Mermaid. What's the difference between Little Mermaid and Barbie? It's the same, pretty much the same core audience. And Barbie was a lighthearted movie. Plus, this is the first time Barbie's come out there. It's a very popular IP. I'm going based on you got Margot Robbie. It looks fun. You got a lot of funny people in there. It looks funny. And it's interesting what they said and how they've been marketing it very well. So the question is, do you think Little Mermaid will do better than Barbie? That's the question. That's the ultimate question right there. I can see them doing evenly or Barbie doing slightly better. Because it's the whole controversy that was hitting Little Mermaid with the whole, why is that Negro swimming in that water? Barbie doesn't really got that controversy behind it. You know? They didn't cast Queen Latifah to be Barbie, the main Barbie, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now, if the one that they originally had planned with Amy Schumer, now that was a whole different type of story that they were going to write with that. I would have said, because like I said earlier, and I contradicted myself earlier, that name recognition and all that stuff don't matter nowadays. But it does matter when it comes to what I won't see. Like, Will Smith was a name that like, or Tom Hanks, and be like, oh, it's a Tom Hanks movie. I'm gonna go see it no matter what. But Amy Schumer doesn't have that power. So Amy Schumer as Barbie is like really, what's it about? Like really? Like is it a dark comedy? Is Barbie gonna be cursing her? Like maybe I'll go check it out. Like a celebrity on a negative spectrum, yeah, that could hurt it. Even it don't matter how great the movie is. Look at The Flash. I didn't know how negative that whole Ezra Miller stuff was gonna affect it. Look, that flopped. But Margot Robbie's name alone and all the names that are in it isn't enough to elevate the movie anymore because people are more picky about movies that they're gonna go see. But she's not negative enough to hurt it. Everybody around it pretty much isn't. The names that are around it isn't gonna hurt the movie. And it's not. And yeah, there's a bunch of different multicolored Barbies in there, but you got the main Barbie that's still looking like the first Barbie. So there's no real that much controversy around it. So based on all that alone, how people throwing their own personal politics and everything nowadays, and daddies taking their daughters because, you know, they're going to want to go see it. And some of those dads are really going to want to see Margot Robbie bouncing around a little bit. And I want to see it too. So I just feel like on those little superficial, little nonsensical things, I think Barbie's gonna slightly do better than you. So yeah, I believe so. Haunted Mansion. Kevin Davis finishes us off with Haunted Mansion budget is $150 million box office total. The run prediction is 450 to 500. If that is true. Good for that's a movie I really don't see that making that much money. I want to bet on the lower end on that one. I would say 400 but at the same time, just like I was saying earlier, there's nobody really casting that movie is really negatively impacting it, but they're not marketing it as hard as everything else. Maybe it's because when is the release date of that? Maybe it's because we're not as close to it. But I'm excited to see that one. That one looks like it's a better movie than the one Eddie Murphy did. I don't even remember watching it, and if I did, I don't remember seeing it. But ironically enough, if Eddie Murphy had never done that version of it and was cast in this one, I'd be like, because he's having a little comeback in his career as. I'm weird. I guess I'm just weird about these things. I guess maybe that's what's going on. Maybe we're all just getting real weird and picky in the tone of it. And who's in it? How famous are they? I don't care how famous they are. Are they trending right now for something that for something that they shouldn't have did or said? Are they too woke? Are they not woke enough? What's going on? So this, you know what? Is it something I should just wait till it comes on streaming? If it's not doing that great in the box office, then it'll come in streaming real soon, so I don't have to watch it. And it's all these things nowadays that people are weighing nowadays before they even acknowledge that they're going to go or might go see a movie. They have to check a bunch of boxes. Now, and I'm probably one of them too. I got to check a bunch of boxes first before I go. Well, I get press passes sometimes, so I'll go to a movie. Anyway. But Jay Brown goes, Amy Schumer? Hell no. That movie would bomb super bad. If I remember correctly, her Barbie that was supposed to, because she was the one that was cast to be Barbie, and this was in the middle of her little 15-minute, her pop of fame when she was making movies. Her Barbie was supposed to be like a real, like in the Barbie world, she's Barbie, but when she came to the real world, she was supposed to be like hit with a reality check, kind of like that scene that we saw with Barbie getting arrested with Margot Robbie, but in a real I'm gonna have to look up the plot again, but don't sleep on that Amy Schumer sales pitch. From what I remember, it was dark and it was gonna get real for Barbie. And that alone, and then if it would have been R-rated, that alone would have been like, yeah, I gotta see this. But maybe they didn't go through with it because they were like, you know what, we don't want to hurt the brand. Barbie's not an R-rated character. Let's not do that. And I might be remembering it wrong, but at the time, Amy Schumer made sense because she was kind of having a moment. But then, I don't know. It was after that leather special. I don't know, man. That was weird. Sure used your daughter to see the Barbie. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, so that was the second time I watched it. Okay, so what? So what? All right, Jason. All right, I see how you are. Yeah. For your DJ needs, call Jason Rodriguez. For your DJ needs at a wedding or your bar mitzvah, whatever the event is, and for him to be a sarcastic ass in the chats too. That's it. I'm done. That's the rundown, guys. Appreciate you guys for dealing with me for another episode. I'll be back tomorrow with the lovely Joy Fagan, and we will talk about whatever there is to talk about, and then there won't be a rundown after dark. That will be the rundown of the day. And me and Tab should have a review for Mission Impossible tomorrow night as well. So check us out tomorrow. We're going to talk Joyride amongst other things as well. Appreciate you guys keeping me company in the live chat as always, guys. You guys keep it fun, keep it live, keep it fresh. And until tomorrow, guys, have a good day and sayonara. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.